Yeah, so hopefully I have these sides
Not to
aligned.
say the food isn't good because it is, but
All right, first ball. Good ball. That would be, I believe, Eddie. So we've got the sides right. I just don't know the bowlings. So I'd have to get Nick over here to figure out who's bowling where. I can put the scores in. Like, ooh, 3. Okay, got one back. Ah, just missed it. I think handicaps are right. I did put that in. Yes, handicaps are correct. That is a 9 out for Eddie. And match with a 9 out for Deli. Make this team. Good ball from Carey. Ooh, almost got that pin to come back and take out the 5. This must be Michelle. Good ball.
Feifei, over here. Ridley, put your
Spare for Carey.
Sorry.
fine. All right, I'm back.
All right. I just need to order Muscatelli. I know Michelle is second. She's the only female bowler on their team. But I don't know.
Can
the
you
rest.
point out the person who went first?
Tall guy, tall thin. I think
Tall
he's
in? Nick.
So you think they're the same order as the sheet then?
Possible. Jared, actually, yes.
Okay.
Oh, no. Jared might be fourth. It might be third and fourth or swap.
I just wait and see. We'll figure it out as we go along. But otherwise, I have the scoreboard up because I actually have some minor bits of internet enough to use Google spreadsheets. The tiniest bit of internet. That's a good ball from Josh. In the last game, I'll have to move the camera all the way over for.
That's okay.
That's fine. We got enough down there. Okay, so who's this?
It's Jared.
It's Jared. All right.
And then it's Zach, Kyle.
There for Josh. All right, scores are all in. Handicap is good. I already double checked that. So everything is good to go. Nope.
Nice shot, Biden. I mean, Josh.
For your reference for later.
Oh, I'm fully aware.
Okay, gotcha.
Fully aware of both of these.
It's a good ball from Wayne. Leaves just one pin. It's another 5 box. Another 9 box for Jared there. It's 3 in a row. See if Wayne can make this spare, keep it running. Ah, off to the right.
I'm just as frustrated by this as you are. And that on the end.
Good ball.
That one is, don't even, that's a lost cause.
10 for Wayne. Zach trying to shoot a spare. Bring the counts back a little bit. Oh, it was right on by. Nine out. Phil Dix, his first ball of the game. Great ball. Get it? Leaves just a 6 pin. It's going to be hard to see the 10 pin from this angle. Probably will just be able to spot it. Great ball. Strike for Kyle. Puts his team up on the board. Phil Dick shooting his spare. Missed it. Eddie just a little bit off to the left. Good mix there. Very good mix.
All right, I'm gonna stay here now. I'm not gonna keep running away. Having a morning, folks. Having a morning. Actually, it's afternoon now.
It's already 3 o'clock, man.
All right.
Morning's gone.
Like, you know what? They don't really care what time it is because they're not watching live.
Nope.
We are coming at you live on tape from AMF Southwest Lanes.
Whatever we got to do, man.
Yeah, show must go on, even if it goes on later.
I don't mind it.
You know what? People still have the ability to watch duck pin bowling on their TV, even if it's not live. It's not taken. Now,
Temps ready.
as I have walked around, I have seen assorted people that are live streaming on Facebook. More power to them. I think that's good.
Go do it.
I can't give you advice, folks, because you're not listening right now, but definitely scour through Facebook and find yourself a live stream.
The ball. Ew.
Good ball until it hit the pins. By the way, I believe that is some kind of Astro or something. Nice pink in that ball. It's not quite the pink and black half and half, but nice ball.
Nothing beats the pink.
No, that is a beautiful piece of equipment.
Even his lime spare ball is good too.
Yeah. And it really shows you too how much he gets on it. And as a bowler, as someone who throws the ball, it is going to tell you pretty clearly how you threw it. 10-pin bowlers do this all the time because 10-pin balls are so colorful nowadays. They will watch the colors on the ball as it's going down the line.
Oh, whoa. We almost had a 7-10.
Yeah, we did.
Scoreboard's all good. Names are in. Handicap's correct. We're zooming now.
Jared a little light, 2.578.
Funky break there. Jared's gonna throw again.
Mia.
Ooh.
Mia. Sorry about all this. Feel bad. One more thing. Mark was the first one to scoreboard when it started the mission.
Josh Bull on his spare.
I still average 144.
Ordinarily proud of it.
A little bit to the right. Makeable shot. It's not an easy shot, but it's makeable.
You can talk more. Say something.
Good ball. Oh, wow. Whoa. That's about as close as you can get to making that shot without making it.
Yeah, that's bad luck.
That was a very well thrown ball at it. Was 10 out. Zach already threw his first ball, left a 5-pin.
Somehow. Good ball.
Ooh, slid right past. Ooh, Wayne crushes it.
Folks, let me throw it back to the Mount Airy days. Would you believe me if I told you that Wayne Matheson has thrown a strike? Do you remember that?
Yep.
Would you believe me if I told you Wayne Matheson threw a strike and now it's a double?
Yeah.
Would you believe me if I told you that Wayne Matheson threw a strike and now it's a 5-bagger?
He may or may not have had a 200 that game.
He may have made Mount Airy. He may have made Mount Airy his mistress for the morning. He got ripped off of Six Bagger. I mean, he was just beaming him in there. And very rare sight there on lane 25. Kyle Holton has been punished for beating the side at Southwest. You almost never get punished for beating the side. Philip Dix comes back, nice halfway out there toss for the spare. Phil is a very tall man with very long arms, so he has a lot of leverage on the ball. One thing you'll notice, Phil pretty much takes a three-step approach, similar to like Bernie Hickens.
I wasn't in the plans.
Looks like Nick's gonna go first here.
Sorry, I couldn't see you over there.
Ooh, just one ball bit to the left, one ball bit to the right.
So, what did you have?
Good bit at it. Eddie takes a good shot. A little tricky to hit that on the right side. If you can send the ball through the 7-pin, it'll go. But if you have to send the pin, it's a little tricky. It doesn't always go.
4 yesterday, they're high.
9 out for Nick.
Determined that doesn't count. Or, yeah, you need 624.
And a 9 out for Michelle's on the spare. Looks like Carrie's gonna go first.
So what I was saying about ooh, tough break. A little better, a little belly. No. About Phil's style, if you don't mind. His three-step approach. I don't think, because of how tall he is and how long his strides are, I don't think he could take steps like conventional bowlers.
Oh, I take a 3-step approach just with 5 steps.
Right. But I don't know if he can take 4. Now, what you will see if you watch, he barely shifts his right foot forward at the start. I'm talking 2 inches, and then it's a 3-step approach.
Do a little baby step and then go. Nine for Carrie. And a 9 for Michelle. It's a handicap difference. I think it's 60 to 106. Oh, 64. 106. So it's about a 40 pin difference. So you get 20 back, and probably close to pace.
Great ball, 5-pin stands.
Yeah, it's a good ball from Josh. Josh threw a decent ball too, but it blew through the middle.
Josh, for a tournament like this, some would call him what they say is a steal. Some would call him a good pickup. He is a bowler in the low 110s to 115 average range who is legitimately around that average, but has the potential,
Hot and cold.
to fire the big game.
Hot and cold. He can throw a 150 game as much as he can throw a 100.
Now, if you remember your youth days in the youth team tournaments, the kids who averaged 105 to 115 were the ones you had to worry about. They're never going to shoot 70, but they'll shoot. They'll never go 35 under, but they will go 35 over.
Wayne's on a strike here.
What do you think is going to happen?
I hit too heavy.
Very disappointing. One of that double. But you know what? I'm probably about to not be disappointed because Wayne is going to touch or slide this over. He's like he would do it in his sleep.
Flip? Oh, almost had that. Yeah, Wayne's pretty good about spotting shots. He needs to hit a side of a pin. He's usually pretty good at it.
Wow, what a bid.
Like I said, he was right there on it. You can't expect to hit it the right way every time, but you can. If you're really good, you can hit the side you need. Spare for that. Opens up his scoring line. And he'll have to take a 9 out after that tough break. Bomb.
Was it really?
Bomb.
Kyle lights it up when that ball gets to the spot.
Speaking of bombs, there's the 5 pin.
Another Sally ball for Phil. Just doesn't have that drive from there to get the 5 pin out.
Wow, that's harsh.
I give Phil a hard time because he's an incredible competitor, but he also, I don't know if I've ever beaten him in a singles bracket on Monday nights, including my all-time high set. I shot a 182 in the second game. Phil tripled 8th, 9th, and 10th to shoot 191.
So after 3 frames, team Make Ed Great Again, 234, and team Muscatelli, that's how it's
Muscatelli.
Muscatelli, 263.
Great ball, 7 pin.
Big ball from Ed there.
Eddie Dix, I believe, former Pop Wit and Pro Tour director. I believe.
I think it's...
Can Phil confirm that for me? Maybe, if he hears me. No, I guess not. See, that's how dialed in Phil is. He's just so focused that he just completely blanked me out.
Another
nice ball from Muscatelli there, 5 pin stands.
Gonna get over? Yep. Spare for Ed. Ooh. That's all he had a lot of spin on it, but it just slid past it.
Yeah, again, Nick is in a similar...
Little light, lots of action.
Nick is in a similar boat to Phil, except a little bit smaller build. Just in general, the fact is that for his size, he has very long arms. His ability to get a lot of leverage on the ball.
Jerry going for a spare here.
Looks decent. Hang on. Brings it in on the left side.
We'll go ahead and give that to her.
Second spare in 4 frames. She's 45 plus through 4. Decent ball from Michelle there. Little light up. Rough break. 7-8.
Yeah, light hit kind of harder there.
Survivor. Come on.
Josh on his first ball, looking to not rip the middle this time.
In there, oh, he liked it.
He really liked it.
He thought that was going to be 50 off the pit.
He was ready to run down there and punch the pins out.
Wow. Now, my difficulty is when I think I've buried it for 10 and I leave that corner, I sometimes struggle to collect myself and make a good shot. It's tough to do.
10 pin's my better pin. I shoot 10 better than I do 7.
But when I think I've struck and I throw that bomb for the single, I'll struggle with that sometimes.
I'm usually too locked in. If I throw a great ball, I'm locked in.
It just drifts off.
Yep. It's usually when I get the horrible balls that leave a single pin. Those are usually the ones I miss.
Sure. Jared Rosano looking to break the trend. 3 9 boxes. Oh, we got 9.
Gonna have to get one more for that.
All right. 4 pin stands. Great ball. Could have struck. And Josh has 9. 40 through 4 for Josh. And Jared blows by. So in the early going here, they haven't made up all the pins, but they already had scratched. They're starting to pull ahead they pull back some of the deficit. Wayne Matheson, see if he drops it in there.
That's not
Seven
bad.
off the side, 1-3-8 stand.
That's not bad with his ball. Like I said, that's not too bad a shot for Wayne, the way his ball moves right to left or left to right, and how he kind of just throws it straight out. It works out pretty well with his ball. His ball will just cut right into where it needs to be.
That's a great ball.
That is a bomb. Make sure the replay's working. Hey, replay is working.
Replay, here we go. 5 off the wall, messenger 5, kiss it goodbye.
Fills up on a spare here.
I wonder what's going to happen here.
Single pin.
You thought wrong, Hoff. You thought wrong.
I'm wrong.
You thought right for like a half a second, but you don't understand, son. This is Mr. Monday Night Triples. Watch that.
I'm surprised this popped back up. I thought with a there it goes. It's not going to stay up. It'll pop up and it'll come in and out for a while. I had doubt.
He thought you were leaving a single.
I thought it was single.
I said, you don't understand what you're talking about. This is Mr. Monday Triples. I want to consider that a called strike. I called that for you. I was like, Phil's on a spare. I wonder what's going to happen here.
With those marks, they basically make up the handicap difference.
Yeah. They got 4 hits going.
Yeah.
Got a missed single in the third hole. But spare, and strike.
Yeah, I'm really surprised this popped up considering how low quality the internet is right now.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll take it.
For what it's worth. Donate. You know, even if you're watching this afterward, if you appreciate the coverage, you appreciate being able to watch duckpin bowling on the internet in the 21st century, do us a favor. Drop a few bucks in that Ko-fi. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, when I post up the individual video, I'll have a link on it.
Check the description.
Oh,
Josh
got him.
Never mind, that's not Josh. That's Eddie Dix. Get your names right, Nick. Great ball. 5-10 tripped out. That's a 20 box.
Never want to shoot 5-10. That's a good way to make it.
Hey, 5-10 conversion for Eddie Dix using the head pin as the assist. And Nick's by the 7. So Nick is going to have 5 opens to start the game.
Yeah, he just held on to that ball a tiny bit too long. Didn't get out.
Carries good ball. That's in there. 3 pin stand, 6 falls. A 9 load gives her 54 in the 4th. Nick cleans up for 10:47 at the half. Looks good, and Carrie's got it. Carrie, 3 marks in 5 boxes. She's at 64 plus. Shell a little off left here. 1, 3, 5, 8, and 9.
I'd say her ball comes in so slow that it's not sending pins back. They come off the wall. Like
correct. She keeps pins on the deck.
It's a very, very candle pin style.
Melted in there. On another reluctant 10 pin, he's got to come bring this one in. It's a nice shot. Good try.
Not heavy enough. You gotta hit that real heavy.
Especially at that speed.
Yeah.
There you go. Fist pump just to make sure.
Didn't want to miss that single. Threw that ball out there.
We got a down the line in progress. 3 out of 3 to start the 5th frame for Make Ed Great Again. Liquor Bandit. Liquor Bandit. Liquor Bandit. Sorry. Can't miss them all.
Wayne?
Are you even surprised? Would you believe me if I told you that Wayne Matheson was on a spare and went messenger 5 for a strike? Would you believe it?
I would totally believe it.
I don't know why you would doubt it.
I think I've seen that story before.
I mean, if it gets any better, just call the guy Mr. Duck Pins forever.
Hey. Calm down.
On that side of the camera. On that side of the camera. We all know who the OG is.
Good try at that comeback shot from Jared. Phil on a strike here. Really loaded up. They've already got the handicap.
Double will blow the roof off. 6-10 stands. 8 out for Jared. Momentum very strongly in the Make Ed Great Again camp.
They made back the handicap and more.
Okay. Zach with an opportunity here to give him something to think about. Catch a double here, give him something to think about. Phil is at the 6-10 and slices the 6.
He hit the left side. He hit the left side of it. It kicked off the wall and went still in front of the 10.
And still tried to come back and get it again.
Even John D'Antonis couldn't make it like that.
Yeah. But if he can't, no one can. Phil, 77 at the half. Zach to stop the bleeding has got a double. 39 in the third, double fourth and fifth. That'll help.
Yes.
Great ball. Takes the 4-pin down from the right side.
Watch the balls.
This isn't 29 and 30. We're good.
I was worried because sometimes when you get the balls hitting when they're coming back up, it loses it.
Threw it too good. Punches out. Takes 6, 2, 3, 4, and 7. It's going to be 4 hits for Make Ed Great Again going into the second half. Currently, Muscatelli looking at 2.
Yeah, you missed our last match. Your team had 6 hits back-to-back frames. Blew that game out of the water.
Yeah, that's called opening the cams.
It's called take your pants to the turn up.
Yeah, so that is elbow deep.
Oh. Yeah, did you see they had 7 strikes in a row? 6 strikes in a row and 7 into 8 boxes.
That's incredible. And it seems to me that the strike button at Southwest here, it's on and off sometimes. Sometimes it's just you're pounding for 9, but then all of a sudden you'll throw,
I'm of the opinion
you'll throw 7 strikes in 2 games.
I'm of the opinion style means a lot at Southwest. If you have a style that works here, you can really tear
light it up.
But if you're
that's an errant ball there from Eddie. Thankfully on a strike.
If you throw a heavy ball, you throw it dead straight and throw it as hard as you can, you're going to be in trouble.
Right. Nice ball from Muscatelli, a little light and no love on the mix. 4-7-10 stands. Eddie at the 8-pinner and only 5 on the strike. It was 387-380 in favor of Muscatelli going into this box, where Make Ed Great Again was up 2 counts.
Yeah, it's near even now.
Getting a little closer to even. See if they make this shot. A nice 10.
Nice 10.
Muscatelli at the split. Great bid, wow. Just off the floor. Figure at least we can do. If we're not live, we can at least have something exciting to watch later. Right?
Yeah, this is already looking like a pretty good match.
It's a barn burner. Carry on 2 spares in a row, looking for 3. Might not need a spare. Big roll!
Someone get that pin a little Viagra.
Didn't quite spin out and get there. Same ball, make it. Should be going for 3 spares in a row, and they will all be singles. Michelle drops it in there for a matching 5.
So much action on the sideboards on her ball.
Just keeps the pins on the deck. Carey has got it. Down to a knee, brings it in anyway, takes it on the left side. Michelle going for the 5-pin is a little left.
Josh going to shoot his spare.
On a spare.
A little light.
and takes 7.
I mean, I'd take the count, but I'd like
I'm
to have something.
I'm
to have
not
a
liking
shot.
what I'm shooting at.
Yeah. I mean, the way that hit, I've seen houses that only give you 4 pins on hits like that.
Oh, sure. That head pin will go to the wall and just give up.
Yeah.
Now, you say you're in trouble at Walkersville when you hit like, yet if you catch the pocket and get the pins going side to side, you can get some incredible breaks.
It doesn't matter getting you side to side.
Josh at the impossible. I don't know if we'll ever see that one made on duck pins forever. I don't know how many people, period, have ever seen that made, much less on TV. I'm going to go out on a limb and say no one ever made that on duck pin magic or championship bowling. So if they did, it would be the first time ever. All right, Josh cleans up for 9.
I mean, anything's. I mean, I made 7-10 like a couple months back, so I'm like anything's possible.
On a stream?
Yeah. No, not on stream.
So I'm saying like on
And
TV.
it was a slide over. I didn't even kick it off
like,
the wall.
let's see someone actually catch someone making the 7, 8, 10 on a stream.
7.
Hey, what do you think Wayne's going to do here on a strike?
He's gonna leave a single pin.
Come on, man, no way.
Oh, got him.
All right, I tried to be right. You know what? I'll take a bomb for 9.
Hey, you left a 5 pin, man. That's
It's
practically
fair.
a strike.
Hey, it's fair. It's
You leave
fair.
a 5 pin, it's a strike.
Now, Zach holding the cards here for Team Muscatelli. He's
Ooh,
up
yeah,
on the
big ball.
doubles. Big ball here. Light.
Very light.
6, 7, 10. It's not being used right now.
Yeah, if it's open, I doubt there's money in it.
There's not. We'll do that so that no one tries to break into it. Actually,
That's a good call.
so Zach goes 7 on, 9 on, 10 out, 95 in the 6th. Wayne 77 in the 6th after that missed single. Actually, no, he's not. Need 9, 10. Phil's heavy.
What I miss?
Wayne's 10 out, but he's 9 on.
Yes.
Oh, that score looked low. 86 in the 6th for Wayne.
That's right.
Kyle is off the side for 4. Phil punching out the 1, 5, and 8. Phil had a nice 77.5 to open. Works some magic, not quite. Now this shot Kyle has, you shooting the 1-2 or you shooting the hole?
1-2.
Well, he shot the hole.
I think it goes for me. I think that goes pretty easily both ways, but I shoot the 1-2.
Right.
Hey, good time.
Phil, nice pickup for 10.
That's what I do for a living.
And a nice pickup for 10 from Kyle.
Beautiful 10.
Shot the hole.
Yeah, I think it goes both ways, but for me personally, I think
I
it's
think it was
easier.
a little more guaranteed shooting the 1-2.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to send the pin over to the 10 than it is to shoot the ball over to the 10.
Right. All right. After 6 boxes, it is Muscatelli 449, Make Ed Great Again 459. Hit is 1 for Make Ed Great Again and 0 for Muscatelli. And Nick chops a 2-8.
Nick's having a tough game. He's holding wood, but
It's not getting really anything going.
yeah.
Great ball from Eddie. 5 stands. Nice shot at the 8-pinner and another defensive 5-pin. Eddie misses left. Dropped that one at the line a bit.
Could hear it. Usually when you drop it, you get a little extra bounce on it. Almost never comes where you wanted.
Nick takes 9. And Eddie takes 9. 66 through 7 for Nick, 82 through 7 for Eddie.
I'm occasionally double checking the scores to make sure they go right.
Good idea, Hoss. We are doing this Mount Airy style. We are putting in the scores and letting the program do the math.
Fades right.
Good ball. Ooh, wow, no mix.
Ball didn't take out the 10 pin there. I thought Ball would have taken out 10. Must have hit a little light.
I think it went around it. That is possible. Trolls it in there. Let's watch that one again. Terry Matheson, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne who? Wayne who?
Wayne who?
Wayne Senior who? Which Matheson?
We'll show you who gets strikes around here.
We're showing you which Matheson is the best Matheson. Showing you which Matheson is the best Matheson. It's Terry. At least right now.
It's almost as good as Tim and his towing.
Tim and his towing. Oh boy. If you all watched the live stream earlier, you're understanding what I'm talking about. Tim and his towing. And Tim is somewhere with his feet kicked up watching duck pins forever. He's like, "You damn right I got towing."
Josh up to open. Ooh. I hate that
Shot
pin.
for 3-9.
And Jared mirrored him. Going through the tooth.
Would you say the scores are looking good today? Just got a text from the boss man. I said phenomenal.
Scores been very good.
The problem is the scoring system. And Josh covers the 8-pinner. He's liking that one.
The problem is scores have also been kind of a little one-sided today. One team blows out the other.
Hey, you know what?
At least what we've got.
As long as I'm getting high scores in the center, that's all I care about. It means I'm doing my job, right? It means Ken's doing his job, right?
It's truth. One more?
Just our nemesis, the scoring system.
What is this scoring system?
2-0.
It's got to be at least from
Mid-1980s.
mid-80s?
Wayne is light and gets punished for it brutally.
It's not even DOS.
No, the front desk system is from the 1990s, and that's DOS.
Okay. You're talking mid-80s. That's like Commodore 64.
Correct.
Wayne have to leave it a split.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wayne is very good about hitting very close to what he wants to hit. But that's just that's just a tough shot.
Yeah, there is an incredible amount of precision with his game, even though he throws such a hard ball and backs it up.
I only know one other person who throws a backup ball like him.
Yeah, you are hard pressed in today's game to find someone who throws a backup ball, and I mean a real get around it and back it up, throw it that hard. I knew Steve Slough in the youth league. He threw it pretty hard, but Wayne is another level.
Yeah, mine is Keith Cortesini. I don't think you know him. I don't think he bowls anymore.
Great ball from Zach.
ball from Zach.
That's one frame late, unfortunately. He wishes he had that a box ago. 105 plus in the 7th, the first mark of the 7th frame for Muscatelli, and the first mark for Team Muscatelli since Zach's double strike in the 5th. Ooh. Phil, no hurt, but he cuts out the 2-8. Kyle.
The ball. Wow! What is?
We're watching that again.
Whoa! I need an adult.
Yeah, watch that again. Got someone coming up behind me to watch it too. How on earth does that happen?
I know exactly how it happened.
How did it happen?
Nothing hit the 6, the 8, 9, or the 10.
What's your name, sir?
I'm counting.
Rob Gallo?
Bob.
Bob Catlow. Expert analysis provided to you by Bob Catlow. Way better than anything I could ever have said.
That was great.
Did you know how that happened? I don't. Nothing hit the 6, 8, 9, or 10. That's perfect.
Justin Peach's team is beating the Ian Turner's team 591 to 420.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Huh?
They're losing by 170 points.
Ouch.
Huh? And the handicap's only like 80.
Is the handicap in there?
Yeah.
Just reporting.
Ooh, Eddie just a bit outside. He was looking for cover.
Eddie threw that ball out down Fairview Avenue, and I think that ball hit off the front door of K&K Tire.
He let go of that ball. People were
That
running
ball
away.
was trying to get back onto the Beltway. It was so far left in this building. That was a Brady curveball, says his own mother.
That was nice.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Bowling. You should care, Nick, because of your bowling run.
Watch this. Youth League shot. Come on.
Gotta rate that pin.
I gotta remember not to watch on the screens because I don't like that so much because of my astigmatism.
Make sure you're
Thank you, guys.
I wish we had more internet.
Lost stream. 8 out.
Nine out for Eddie. 91 in the ninth. Nick with 8 out, 74 in the eighth. I guess he already had that.
I already
in
put
there.
it in.
Whoops.
I thought that was already thrown
In the
through.
future. Looking into the future up there. All right. Watch this. The best Matheson. Carey Matheson.
Definitely the best.
Do it again, Carey.
Do it again.
Come on! 10-pin reluctant. Swing.
You guys need anything? Soda.
I'm good. I have my water. Now at Highland Bowl, this would be a 9-drop by now. However, this is not Highland Bowl. This is Maryland. And in Maryland, we push buttons.
We don't even push buttons sometimes. We just sit and wait. Belt.
Well, after all that, it's 9. That's what's exciting about duckpin bowling. You sit there and watch it spin. And doesn't hang on. 9 on is 112 through 7. Michelle is off left on the 5-pinner.
You go check and see if that lane's tilted.
Should a couple go off left over there. Carey is 9 on, 9 out. 121 in the 8th. Michelle looking for some wood. She'll find sub. 3.
All right.
Takes 8 out. Michelle actually has 80.
Well, I missed.
64. 54. The 63 is a 10 box. Right there, that's a 10.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Better catch that early than late because we'll never find it.
Yeah. Because you also can't see the scoreboard because you covered it up.
I think even if I did, I don't think you would see it.
Right. Josh drills it. That's how you count a spare. Watch it again. Great arm swing. Very simple style. Out on the lane. Watch him go. He loved that one.
I think Jarrett's got 2 pins though.
Yes, he does. The 1-8.
That he did.
And he takes 9 out. 70 in the 8th for Jarrett. A tough game. Well, a bit of a break.
Not a pretty break. His ball must not. I think the only way he really leaves that is the ball doesn't come back right.
Up steps Team Muscatelli's lifeline. The only one to have marked in the last 4 boxes is Zach Simonelli. He's on a strike going for a double. Good ball. Off the side, takes 8.
Okay.
Probably got Deadwood out front.
Link in it.
Nah. Waiting for the chop. No.
No, not like me. Can't chop. I can chop 3 pin on call.
No, it didn't take it.
Tapped it.
It did. Now tap it the other way. I need a Deadwood replay.
You need a Deadwood replay.
Watch this. Spinning that way.
Man, we are simple.
Spin the other way.
We are simple people out here.
I think that's a first. A Deadwood replay.
Deadwood replay. Wayne with a 9 out.
There you go. Marvin, not quite as fast as I run down there.
And Zach kind of has to hit this. This is going to get out of control a bit too quick.
Yeah, this might be. It's almost already runaway territory. He's got it. He's having a good game.
Yeah, he is.
Fortunately, no one else is.
Right now he's got high game on the pair.
Does he really? Yeah, he does. Wow.
It doubles help. Little light.
Phil Dix, I don't think that ball quite got into the roll. Kind of skidded in there a bit.
Whoa. Whoa.
I just said do it for the cheering section one time. Oh my goodness. What? 5-7-10, no mix.
I mean, that's not as bad as his last break he had, right?
Sure. Wow. Let's see Phil slide this over. Watch this. His roof might come off. Ooh. I'll tell you what, one thing I've noticed already about this Make Ed Great Again team, they got a lot of people here cheering them on. We're going to have a rambunctious...
A lot of really nice people on that team, I must say.
A bunch of loud, rambunctious people for this final match.
9 out for 3.
Phil, like the professional he is, gets 9.
I didn't say that. That was there.
He's fine. They're in good shape. Their team's in good shape, I can say what. 581, 547. It's a 34-pin game. Hits are even. Strike for the 3-hole on Make Ed Great Again. Spare in the 4-hole for Muscatelli. Who's firing first?
I think it's Nick.
It's going to be Eddie Dix.
Nope.
Eddie Dix on 27. Sorry, 25. 27, 28 suck. 25. Good ball. 3-pin stands.
A little heavy, but got a really nice break. Nick trying to get off the snide here.
Come on, Nick. All right. Off the side for 7, 1-3-6. Nick looking to get on the board. They do have 2 people on the team who are no-hitter through 8. Eddie doing his job in the leadoff position to start the foundation. Nice ball for the 3-pin, brings it in for the spare. 101 plus through 9.
Nick taking his time. He knows this is an important shot. Not get it out.
I actually think he probably took too much time. He probably overthought it. And there's a tendency to do that.
You could be right.
When you're struggling the mark. To overthink it instead of just relaxing. See there, he throws the I don't give an F ball. And he gets it.
He's got an impressive all-wood game going, actually.
No, he does. He genuinely does. And, can't let... Actually, he's 70. He's 83. We messed up somewhere. No, 56, 65. 56. 47. Yeah, 47, 56. That's a 9. 583. All right. Terry was going for the hammer. Going for the spare. Actually didn't get it.
The true strike bowler of the Matheson family.
Showholder wood. Very nice. 131 in the 9th. This is not a super high handicap team. I'm really looking forward to seeing this team in the final. I hope I'm not speaking too early there, but I think they're going to be moving on.
I was surprised. I saw they were only 60-pin handicap.
Michelle does cover for a spare.
You would think a team with Phil Dix and Wayne Matheson would have pretty low handicap. Well, it evens out.
Eddie's a low average and Josh is a low average. Yeah, I got low here. Eddie is a 1. Well, actually, no. Josh is a 114. And I didn't know Carrie's up there.
I think that's a typo.
No, that's their game 12.
Okay.
That's not their averages.
Yes. I see what you're saying.
Josh is around 114 though.
Yeah, this is what I have to go to get the handicap.
Right. Jared. What a shame. Well, Jared is 70 in the 8th on a no-hitter. Josh throwing that 5-inch special down there. Just catches enough of the 6-pin to bring it in for the spare. His second consecutive 20 box, 116 plus through 9.
I was going to go with 5 and an 1/8.
It could be an Argentinian ball. It's 5 1/4. Wayne, great ball for the 610. I love to hype up Wayne Matheson. He's actually not having that amazing of a game. He's not doing terrible, but 2 marks here on the end to just get to 140. Wayne at the 610. Yes. Ooh, is that? Hold on. What was that, Wayne? I need to see that stance there at the end. What's that? Gets down there on a crouch. Pow.
Damn.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm gonna call it laser beam. You got that.
I'll tell you what. It kind of worked though. Kyle.
Good ball from Zach. Trying to get their strikes back. We'll take the 9 count. Unfortunately, he might have needed the strike there. I missed it. I'm assuming that was a strike.
Phil Dix, are you even surprised?
I saved the replay, but we'll watch Zach's ball here first.
Okay.
Oh, he missed it.
Yeah, Zach missed. Oh, and the ball came back on the lane.
Yeah.
Replay again.
I must have deleted it or something. Oh, sure it happened.
Whoopsie daisy. Okay. I mean, I don't have to watch it. If you told me Phil struck, I believe you.
Hey, that's a simple hook.
You got a 4-box. I'd be like, no, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
No way. Malarkey.
4-box. What did he do? Blow through the middle 3 times?
I wanted to give a quick shout out to Magnet Mike Lindemann. Mike Lindemann at some point during this tournament this week was on a double, clocked the 6-pin, and then chased the hole, and then chased the hole. Mike went 6-pin chase on a double strike, and that's why we love him.
Wow. I don't even think I needed to hear that.
We're in a rain delay. We're in a rain delay. Fixing the score, getting the ball.
Oh, really? I don't dance.
Good for 3 people.
31-3. Good camera. This is the first time we're going to be guaranteed to know that one of our teams from the semifinal will be in the final, and we can make it an easier job flipping the scoreboard over.
That's a 10 for Zach there.
Yes, he's having a nice game. He's 144 in the 9.
Just missed that single pin there that frame. Yeah, it looks like he's probably going to end up being high man on this pair. Pushed it. The moment it was out of his hand, I knew it was going right. Mix? Nope. Tough game for Kyle. He hasn't had a lot to work with, so he's really struggled to hit the pocket clean this game. And left some really ugly breaks. Some of the gnarliest I've seen in a while. Alright, so after 9 frames, that's Team Make Ed Great Again, 641, and Team Muscatelli, 601, with Team Make Ed Great Again up 4 hits to 1 hit. Writing's kind of on the wall, folks. But still got to bowl out that last frame. And on a spare. Oh, send it.
Dix drops the hammer.
Send it.
Like the hammer he is. Phil who? Watch this one again. Phil wishes he could throw it this good.
Send that messenger over.
I said, did the replay. I said, Phil wishes he could throw it this good.
Nick, trying to bring that shot back.
Look, they're winning. He's not going to beat me up, is he?
10 out for Nick. I'll give Nick a flat 93. Most honestly, one of the more impressive flat games I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I actually
Flat 93. Doesn't beat my all-time high flat game. I had a flat 98 once.
yeah, I will say you know, a couple missed breaks in there for Nick, but not the worst ball he's thrown all weekend.
There was a few times he went through the 2 or the 3 pin, and when you start going through the 2 or 3 pin, it's hard to bring back the frame.
Understand, and sometimes, and I've come to accept this week, that sometimes, yes, when you chop 2, yes, it is a bad ball, but there is a bit of luck involved when you're on the side. Sometimes you're a quarter inch over, and that's 8 or 9 off the side. Evidence right there by Kerry Matheson missing the head pin. I mean, you can't write it any better than that.
The good Matheson strikes again.
Kerry could have chopped 2 there. She was very heavy on the 3 pin, but she's that quarter inch off, and it ends up being a strike. So it's very unfortunate, especially when you're on a count and you catch that duck on the side. But it's part of what makes our game so challenging.
You can throw a great ball and have a terrible score, and you can throw a terrible ball and have an awesome score.
You can. Sometimes that happens. She's going to try it again off the side, not quite.
I think that works better for her ball if she does it on the other side.
Kerry is going to need 2 on the last ball for the $150. And it's looking like she might be high on the team, but they did go 4 out of 5 in the 9th frame.
Yes, that was kind of a closeout there.
At this point, at this point, the question is just what the final score will be. I do want to say though, this other Rhode Island team, Team Muscatelli, should be very proud of how far they've gotten. They've had a very resilient performance. They haven't always had the best record. They haven't always had the biggest games, but they've gotten it done. They've stayed in it.
Try not to go flat too.
They gets
it. No flat game for him.
No flat game. They've gotten, maybe they got a gift. Some would say maybe that last game came down to a 1 pin, and spare 2. Again, an unfortunate chop. But definitely don't let this game define you. Definitely be proud of coming down here and putting a whooping up on all these Maryland teams.
I think once they get the envelope with money in it, they're not going to care anymore.
No, they won't care. All right, Jared. Way to finish strong. 18 in the 10th frame for 95. You will remember that Jared threw a 160 game in the championship of the Parkville White Oak to help them win the game. He came alive in the second half.
Nine out for Josh. That gives Josh a 128. It looks like Carrie, to her namesake, is going to carry this team to victory.
Well done. That's good. I like that. That's funny. Unless Wayne. Well, no. Wayne could have struck out and got ahead of her.
Wayne Matheson? Does he get strikes like that?
I don't think Wayne actually throws strikes. But when he does, it's just like 5 or 6 at a time. This dude, the main first Duck Pins Forever stream was the Men's Pro Tour in Mount Airy. Wayne, for Saturday morning, made Mount Airy lanes his mission. He tore it up.
Blew the house up. Eight out. So that'll give Wayne a 128.
Way to stay in the pool, Wayne. Stay in the pool. The old 6 on, 8 out to stay in the pool. And we got to roll back. Don't panic. It'll be okay. So we're on 31 and 32 for the final.
Yep. Just waiting for this game to finish
It will
up.
never work because of the sea and humidity, but I still think it would be cool if we were able to get the camera up on the table and look down.
There are ways I can get it to work.
Like
I think
it's not high enough that the masking unit chops off the pins.
Like the main thing is that it would have to be done through Wi-Fi, and there really would need.
No, I'm saying the cable. Just have it with the cable on it.
Line a cable all the way back there.
No. I'm put on a table back
Oh,
here.
okay.
Tripod on a table.
Okay. I thought you were talking about something else.
No. If you get it high enough above the bowler. Remember what I said, like, about what we talked about before, putting it up on the table? Similar to how we have the secondary camera, which I've poo-pooed. All right, Phil. There you go. A little spare practice before the championship.
You know the order of the other team?
I do not.
Do you know who the other team is?
I know it's Team Beach.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be 2 repeat teams.
I don't know their order though.
Oh, we have it.
Oh, you are correct, good sir.
And remember that's spelled
IE.
SSIE. Phil finishes out. Phil finishes out with 2 20 boxes for $1.45. Your final score: Make Ed Great Again 740, Muscatelli 674. It's going to be Make Ed Great Again versus Team Deach for all the marbles.